Excitebike is one of the most well-known NES titles. Developed by Nintendo R&D4, the game was the brainchild of Nintendo designer Shigeru Miyamoto. There were a number of different innovations that Excitebike brought about, the most important of which being the side-scrolling engine, which was later repurposed for Super Mario Bros. Being one of the best-selling games on the NES, it's expected that sequels were inevitable. There are more well-known ones like Versus Excitebike and Excitebike 64, but did you know that there were 3 Excite games on the Wii? This is Excitebike's Forgotten Wii Sequels. Let's get started. Looking at the front cover of this game, it would be hard to imagine that this is supposedly a Nintendo game from one of their biggest series. There's a lot of shovelware racers on the Wii, so I wasn't really optimistic that this game was going to be any good, especially because it wasn't made by Nintendo themselves. Honestly, I couldn't have been more wrong. This is one of the most fast-paced, chaotic, and just downright fun racers I've ever played on the Wii, or pretty much any console really. For those of you familiar, this game plays a lot like the PlayStation franchise MotorStorm, where the environment is always changing around you for quick reactions, and there's a strong emphasis on boosting and jumps. There's even a lot of customization options for colors, which is a great addition. Everything about this game is fun, even the slippery controls are part of the experience. If there was one critique I had here, it would be that the game, like its sequel we'll cover in a second, requires you to go through the tutorial stages to unlock the full game. It's quick, sure, but I'm one that just likes to jump in sometimes and figure it out. But you have to sit through the tutorial stages to even play the game. It's just ridiculous. Beyond that though, this is a great game worthy of a try. That is, if you can't find its successor. When I thought Excite Truck was chaotic, Excite Bots takes that game and completely overshadows it. This game is what I imagine kids see when playing with their toys. On top of the same reaction and jump-based racing that the last game had, this game is a lot more interactive. During certain parts of the race, your bot may grab a railing, and you need to swing your remote in rhythm to get a boost, or you might hit a trigger that makes you stand on 2 legs, and you have to make a walking motion to make the boost better. Another big interactive addition is items, including a hammer you slam down to hit opponents, and darts to throw at a giant dartboard for bonus stars. There was not a single time during these races that I had any idea what was happening, and I loved it so much for that. The robots are also super well designed, and I loved being able to change the colors again just like the last game. I also found this game to be a lot easier to control and get a hang of, which was nice considering the more interactive nature of the game. Beyond the standard racing though, this game had a mode that I have never seen before in any other racer. That mode being Poker Race. Basically, you drive around the track, and instead of picking up items, you have to manage the hand of cards that you have, and drive through other cards to try and make poker hands. I can't even imagine how this game idea came about, but I'm happy it's here, because oh my god, it is a ridiculous time. There was one more Excitebike game on the Wii, and the only one of the 3 to not get a retail release, instead releasing on the WiiWare service. This game, for all intents and purposes, is essentially a remake of the original Excitebike. It's a basic, get around the lap the fastest you can premise, while also making sure to pay attention to balancing off of jumps and utilizing turbo without overheating the engines. I personally loved it. It's simple, sure, but simple does not always mean bad. For a WiiWare title, this is a really cool way to have a quick pick up and play racing game. I feel like this is what the original Excitebike was going for. This just adds in that extra level of modern graphics and controls. Obviously, the official Wii Online servers are down, but if you happen to know how to use a certain ocean mammal on your computer, it's super easy to still play this game, and I recommend that you do. Excitebike is one of those franchises that I feel like a lot of people know and appreciate, but one that also tends to get forgotten as one of Nintendo's pillar franchises for a time. It would be awesome to see a new Excitebike game sometime soon, especially one more in the style of 64. In the meantime, have you played these Excitebike sequels? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe while you're down there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.